Okay. Being recorded.
Hello and welcome to Beauty
Hi.
Inside Out podcast. My name is Kellie Galvin. I am a beauty director at Ask Us Beauty Magazine, and today my special guest is Dr. Suzanne Trott, also known as Lipo Queen. She invented a beautiful second stage garment for shapewear, and I'm wearing it now. We also have another model coming in. So if you're listening to this podcast, you are going to have to go to askusbeautymagazine.com and take a look at this, because this shapewear is beautiful. It's really comfortable. It's not like what did they used to call them in the old days? What do they call them?
Girdles.
Girdle. Just the name sounds horrible, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
I want to introduce you to Dr. Suzanne Trott, AKA the Lipo Queen. She earned her nickname early in her career as patients and colleagues recognized her artistry in body sculpting. Dr. Suzanne Trott is a board certified plastic surgeon, and she's located in Beverly Hills, who has specialized in cosmetic and reconstructive surgery for over 2 decades. Dr. Trott's artistry in body contouring and sculpting earned her the pseudonym Lipo Queen early in her career. She's a board certified in both general and plastic surgery. Dr. Trott received her undergraduate degree in biology from Stanford University, earning her medical degree from the University of Virginia. She completed a full general surgery training program at Brookdale University Hospital and Medical Center, followed by a plastic surgery fellowship at the University of California, San Diego. This shapewear was invented by Dr. Suzanne Trott. She has done so much liposuction that this is what came out of this, the liposuction is this need to design this shapewear. So welcome, Dr. Trott. I'm so glad you can join us today.
Thanks for having me, Kellie.
Absolutely. First, I want to start off with a question to you is tell us about your inspiration for Lipo Queen shapewear.
My inspiration for Lipo Queen shapewear was really the need for an effective, seamless, comfortable second stage garment for underneath clothing for my body contouring patients. And they weren't wearing what they needed to wear. And I needed something that was going to work, but yet look good.
Right. And we were talking about girdles before. So
yeah,
oftentimes you get that really snug compression wear, because that's if you've had lipo, you need to wear that, right?
Yes, you do need some compression because you need to compress the tissues so that the swelling will go down and it'll heal.
Okay, because that makes sense to me. And then when we're talking second stage, Lipo Queen was designed for second stage because your patients were kind of asking you, like, what do I wear? I like the compression garment, but it's kind of janky now that I've been wearing it for so many weeks. Now what's my options? So what options were you giving them at the time?
I didn't have any other options. I mean, and it was more than a few weeks. I mean, less than a few weeks. It was like literally like within like 2 weeks max, they'd be like, I don't want to wear this anymore. It's rippling under my clothing. I can't wear my skinny jeans. It had zippers and it showed through everything.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anything else except what the manufacturers were making, which wasn't comfortable.
Yeah. And they weren't exactly, okay, I'll just say it. They weren't exactly sexy, right? They were
they were not sexy.
No. And here they have this kind of new look, and maybe they had a pear shape and now they're not a pear shape anymore. So I can imagine super excited to really want to show off their look and happy to fit into their skinny jeans again. And there's no options out there. So you created the shapewear to go along with the second stage garment. So besides surgical patients, Who are your raving fans? Who's the demographic for Lipo Queen shapewear?
The main demographic I would say is women in their 40s, 50s, but also younger women like the thong design.
Yes.
But the Vixen, which is the OG for women in their late 30s, 40s, 50s to wear under dresses, smooth things out that's really the demographic.
And I would like to show you, first of all, you sent me a Vixen and I love it. I think I asked you, you were like, pick one. And then you were like, I think you would really like this. And it was, I'm so glad that you suggested it, but I want to show for the people who view this on video, the box, because you could look at this logo and then look at Dr. Suzanne Trott and say, okay, whoever did this obviously did such a good job duplicating the Lipo Queen. And you can see that she has like a little, it's so cute. She's in a dress looking over her shoulder and she does have a tiara on. So whoever did that did a beautiful job.
My mom.
No way. She's
my
an
mom's
artist.
an artist.
Well, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
You've got the artistry gene, right?
Yeah. So I needed something for Facebook like 10 years ago, and I didn't want to use my own picture. So I gave her a picture of me and I said, here, draw something, a cartoon.
I love it.
You know.
Kudos to your mom. What's your mom's name?
Helen.
Helen, you did a beautiful job. I absolutely love this logo. It was the first thing I saw about your website. It kind of, I just looked right at it because it looks like you. So wonderful. That's a great story.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Good stuff.
I told her it's the most famous thing she'll ever do, even though it's done way more complex things.
So tell me a little bit about why your patients and your clients, because some of them are not just patients, right?
Oh,
they just order it because the idea is behind this is you don't have to have surgery, but you still want to look good in your skinny jeans, or you want to look good in that sweater dress or summer dress with the back. So the back fat's not showing and the little muffin top is not rolling over, right? So tell me about, your clients and why they love your brand so much.
Well, like I said, it's mostly women in their late 30s to 50s. And they love it because it's so comfortable. They all use words like, it feels like a warm hug, like a second skin. I forget I'm wearing it. You can't see it. It works like nothing else I've ever used. I have a whole drawer full of shapewear, other big brand names, and none of it works, and this works. Yeah. So those are the things that I hear.
I 100% agree. I think, I don't want to name any names, but I did try a competition of I guess, Lipo Queen shapewear, if you consider that. And I remember going to a wedding and feeling, and it was a summer wedding, and I was just thinking, is it rolling up? Am I showing? I wasn't entirely comfortable. It wasn't uncomfortable, but I was worried it was showing. And I think it's really important to have the detail the devil is in the details. And if there's anybody that is extremely according to detail, it's Dr. Trott. So you tell me, you don't advertise very much. How do people typically hear about Lipo Queen shapewear?
Well, we are in Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, the epicenter of plastic surgery and, of course, entertainment, Hollywood. A lot of celebrity stylists use it. And, a lot of actresses, celebrities have worn it for things that I don't know them, and they're not my patients. Also, word of mouth has been really big, because there's a lot of other plastic surgeons around looking for a second stage garment. I mean, one of my close friends, he's been selling at his office now. He's like, it's just so much better than the other stuff, and I need them to wear compression. Nurses working in other doctors' offices. So, you know, the recovery center,
Yes.
you know, they know about it. They'll call me like, hey, we need one for our patient or something. So it's there's a lot of activity here. It's
Yes.
really been a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah, but it's kind of a little underground because it's, you know, you're not out there, you know, in all of the magazines and doing commercials and all that, but this is the best kept secret.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
really is. I'm sorry I cut you off, but it really is. Like I mean, it sounds so corny, but I mean, I've had celebrity stylists that were just like, oh my God, like I would have to double Spanx it for
Double
like,
Spanx it. Oh my gosh.
normally double Spanx it for the celebrities wearing the dresses and stuff like that. Or
Right.
a corset or something is made inside the dress. I mean, I literally once, this designer got very mad at me because someone at his store liked my garment and bought it at their store, and didn't want him to make a corset into the dress, if that makes any sense. Like we had
Yes.
them available there for people to try dresses on over.
Yes.
And so yeah, I got yelled at for that. I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But
that's worthy of getting yelled at.
yeah, so it is an underground thing because it's not something that people will really talk about.
Mhm.
But you know, a lot of times I'll see a commercial or something, be like, oh, I know she's wearing it because I know the person that styled that commercial, you know.
Yeah, I think it is. Now, I did mention I'm wearing it, and I didn't know really which size to choose. And you basically asked me waist size, that kind of thing. So let's talk about, how do you choose the correct size?
So we choose the correct size based on, we have a sizing chart on the website.
Okay.
And, you know, we go by waist measurement,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty good to size with that. I didn't want to make it complicated with waist and hips, you know, because most people don't even have a measuring tape at home. So, but, you know, we tell people if your waist is much smaller than your hips proportionately, then you might want to go up a size.
Okay.
And but then some women really want to be really snatched, you might want to go down a size.
Okay. Yeah. I could see how, I mean, if you're kind of in between a size two, to really call the office. And there's also, you can go to lipoqueen.com, and there's a contact form. So you can just,
Yes, there's
yeah,
a contact form, and my office staff is very helpful. They wear it. They've known about it for 10 years.
mhm.
Letty is my office manager. I've got Molly right here modeling it for whenever.
We're going to bring in Molly in just 1 second. I wanted to ask you, how should one go about choosing the best degree of control? Because you say this is second stage. So are they all kind of that same firmness or tightness? I know you have 6 different styles.
Yes, we have 6 different styles, roughly 3 main different styles. The one that goes to mid thigh, which is the Vixen, the brief, that's the Luna, and the Siren, which is the thong. I would say the Vixen is the second stage garment.
Okay.
I would not necessarily recommend definitely not the thong as a second stage garment. The Luna and the Siren, so the brief and the thong, really snatch the waist.
Yes.
But they're not going to give the same overall compression that the Vixen will. So that's really the best second stage garment.
Yes, absolutely. So can Molly come in, because she's so nice to wear the garment? I think she
Hello.
okay, tell me what you love about this garment, Molly.
Well, just like Dr. Trott said, I mean, it's very comfortable. It feels like second skin, but it provides a lot of compression and slimming. Compared to all the competitors. I feel like the other ones are very bulky. They roll down. especially in the summer. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm sweating inside those garments.
Yes, because the material, I think, right? I think it's the material, because I'm wearing this and I feel super comfortable in it.
This material was custom made in Colombia.
Wow.
No, this material was custom made in Colombia, the home of the faja, for us. I actually went to Colombia.
Wow.
To
I
do
believe
all
that.
Yeah.
I have to say also, I'm just throwing this aside note in, I've been in your office and I've seen Dr. Trott do surgery. There's nobody I have seen. Well, there's a lot of doctors I know that are very, very good, but meticulous. You take this to a new level in surgery. There's no rush. Her patients feel very, they're rest assured. They feel confident with their doctor because you spend the time with them. So sorry to embarrass you. I just wanted to throw that in there because I've actually seen your work. And Molly, this looks like you're just working, you're wearing your workout wear.
I am, and it's completely seamless under my workout wear. Sometimes I can't even wear underwear because you can see it, but I can wear this garment and can't even tell, and there are no rolls or anything. It really slims you and smooths you out. It's totally breathable. And then the other great thing is it's very durable. You feel like you might rip it, but it won't. It's but strong.
Yeah, and you know what? You're kind of dispelling a myth by standing there, because I have no idea what size you are, but you look tiny, and all different size people need shapewear. It depends on how much shapewear you want or how comfortable you are, but most people are going to shy away from the old fashioned girdle or having a Spanx, a double Spanx. I liked that. And this is not like that at all. It feels like it just keeps you all together, and you could work out in it. You could go out on a date with it. I have to show this. Okay. So I'm opening the box. Again, you'll have to watch the video on the Ask Us Beauty channel, but I am showing what the shapewear looks like. And Molly, are you wearing the same version of this?
Yes, I'm wearing the Vixen, but in the beige, which is almost nude.
Okay, so I want to see if I can't get it really up close, because it's
an amazing sheer.
But it's stretchy and firming. And I know with a lot of patients, even after having surgery, they always talk about their garments, even though they're really ragtagged and abused because they've been wearing them at their first stage, they look really janky, right? So they're so happy to get into something like this because it's sexy. It's got this medium support, and quite honestly, it's pretty sexy. So I have to show this. We're going there. I'm going all the way there, but I'm going to show it. So
it's necessary. It's necessary.
It's absolutely necessary that the crotch is open. And if you do have to go to the bathroom, you don't necessarily have to take the whole thing off to do that. So I thought that was brilliant. Brilliant.
Thank you. And it actually, a lot of other garments, other brands have open crotches or little flaps, but what I hear from people is that they're afraid to actually use that because it doesn't seem open enough.
This is definitely open enough.
Definitely open enough.
It is. I can attest to that.
It's open enough. I mean, this is the details that you're going to have to find out for yourself, but it is definitely open enough and very comfortable. And I don't know if I can show, I hope I can, but I wore jeans specifically because my thing is not like we're really going to corporate meetings anymore or anything like that. But here's the thing, I have it on and you can't see, and believe me, I do have a little jelly roll, but I can easily wear a sweater or a really tight t-shirt under this. And I don't feel like I'm popping out anywhere. I feel totally comfortable. I'm wearing the same one, the Vixen, and then you can kind of see it doesn't show with my jeans. Can you see me now? Okay. Can you see? It doesn't show with your jeans. I love it. I'm now a raving fan of Lipo.
Oh, thank you. Well, it worked really hard on it. So
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. And again, I know your level of meticulous detail, and you really outdid yourself with this. Do you have any other advice on when you choose a style with this? Because they're all super cute. Maybe you just get one of each, and then you go maybe one of each color too, because I think black is the color I'd probably wear the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People, some patients or some clients want the beige one because they think that the black is going to show under light colored
Yeah.
clothing.
Mhm.
So these days you kind of want it to show. It's kind of like it can be part of the outfit, especially in the summer. If you're
Mhm.
wearing like a summer dress and you want to just feel more together underneath it,
Yes. Yes.
it's a breathable material. If you really want to feel together all over from below the breast to mid thigh, the Vixen's the one, to go with. You could even wear it with like a cute bra type thing and a jacket. And
Super cute.
jeans.
It really is.
You can see on the website that we have it on some guys and it looks great.
Yeah.
And they really enjoyed it. The Siren and the Luna, which are the thong and the brief, are more they're also really, really cute. They're more aesthetic than as functional, I would say,
Mhm.
because they're not created the same way. When I created the Vixen, I went through multiple prototypes specifically for a surgery patient and to make sure I was getting the compression everywhere. So they're more for waist snatching.
We like
and,
that.
like that. So, if you're wearing something short, I would pick one of those because the Vixen does come to mid thigh,
Yeah.
and you can make it part of your outfit, all of them.
Yeah. And I noticed that, it's not digging into my thigh. So you don't see this demarcation on your jeans, or if I was wearing a dress either. It's not like I'm going to have, like when you're wearing really tube socks or something tight at the top of your leg and you have this ripple. There's nothing like that going on with what I'm wearing. I feel
It's a very special like lace thing there that holds it.
yeah, it keeps it right there and it doesn't choke your leg off or anything. So I wanted to point that out because it was one of the things I noticed. So as we're going into the summer weather, what is your advice to our listeners? Because this is a really kind of oxymoron, right? We want to wear something really cute and sexy, but we don't want everything hanging out, and we want to feel like we're looking our best in a dress or, white pants or whatever it is. I feel personally that doesn't feel really thick. So I don't know if this is going to be an issue in warm weather. What feedback do you get?
I don't think so. I think if you're in a tropical climate, like in Miami or Hawaii or something like that, you're probably not going to wear something like that, maybe at night. But for the most part, I think, especially these days, we're all coming out of COVID. Everyone feels like a little bit like, oh, I'm not in my top form, and you can just make it part of the outfit. It is a very thin material.
Mhm.
It's a very thin mesh material that breathes. And, I think even the shorter styles are good for under dresses. I know that like when I'm wearing a dress, I like to feel more together underneath it.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
Yes, absolutely. Because
Get older, like your skin, it's just a skin thing. I'm a thin person. It's just a skin thing.
yeah, you are really tiny, and it's just kind of ironic because you've done a lot of body shaping and contouring and just body work on patients. And the one thing I just want to emphasize is that you created this not just for a second stage garment, but for people who necessarily don't want to have surgery,
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you don't have to have surgery. You can love your shape. And I guarantee when you go to this website, lipoqueen.com, you're going to see her models, and there's some thinner guys on there, but most of the female models have these beautiful, you know, shapely bodies, and they look great in this shapewear.
Yeah.
So I really think that you outdid yourself. What other advice do you have for our listeners in regards to choosing the shapewear that they want, or ordering in general, choosing a color, anything that you want to add?
Just if they want it to be more stylish, I would go with the black. If they're concerned about it showing under clothing color, I'd go with the beige.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with the Vixen, which stays up well when you take the straps off under a strapless bra, unless you're wearing something short.
Yeah.
You know, and then unless you do want the legs to show, because they look kind of cute, the little legging part of it. We are here at the office to help you. And we have a very satisfied customer base. We have some promo codes. We can offer you a promo code of Molly A for Ask Us Beauty,
Mm-hmm.
which will give you 20% off and free shipping.
That's great.
Do it on the, you know, on the website.
Right.
on
So
the
right when you
checkout.
check out, right, it says promo code, and then they'll put
Yeah,
it
it'll
Molly.
check out. Yeah.
Right.
you check out.
MOLLY and the
A.
letter A, like
Yes.
apple. Okay, got it. That's 20% off plus free shipping. That's huge. Yeah. These are 100% worth getting. Absolutely. I'm so 100% behind these, and I'm so glad that you're able to be my guest today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of you, if you have any questions, go to lipoqueen.com, go to contact. You can order if by whatever reason it doesn't fit you or it doesn't work out, you're not stuck with it. You can return it. And but the best advice, if you have any questions about it, just call the office, contact the office, and then they'll call you back and talk to you about it. So thank you so much, Dr. Trott. And Molly, thank you for your for modeling today.
Thank you, Molly.
And thanks again so much, and look for our next episode, and we'll look forward to speaking to you soon. Dr. Trott.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye.